Abigail Blasco was born on April 10, 2000, after a prolonged and difficult labor. Though doctors assured Rebecca and Daniel that their baby was fine, the new parents were concerned.
She wasn't gaining weight, and it took a long time for her to start gaining weight. And this really worried us because she's supposed to be gaining weight. And she wasn't meeting her milestones. She wasn't rolling over. She wasn't sitting up.
Abby continued to have health problems as she grew up, including seizures.
The difficulty with Abby's case was that there was no answer. Rebecca didn't know why her daughter was so seriously injured, didn't know that no doctor had ever told them what had happened to her exactly, because of the fact that over the years the HMO had refused to provide medical records.
It took 6 months to get her in to see a neurologist, and the very first thing he said is, "We need to have birth records."
Rebecca and Daniel went to attorney after attorney, 12 in all, who were unable to obtain Abby's records and ultimately gave up on trying to get them. Finally, the Blascos hired David Woodruff, who obtained the fetal heart tracings.
I actually had to physically go to their headquarters in California and demand production of records, which we did.
Both the HMO and later their attorney sent copies of the fetal heart tracings. The attorney didn't realize David already had one set of records.
And I laid these things out all the way down my hall, 200 feet of fetal heart tracings, and realized that one was shorter than the other. Of each of these fetal heart tracings, there was different periods missing from each one. The first one had 6 hours taken out of one section. The one that the attorney had produced to me had hours taken out of a different section.
The HMO eventually turned over the missing 6 hours of records. Abby had a new series of MRIs performed, and her physicians were now able to determine that she had suffered an injury to her brain during birth. With evidence mounting against them, refused to settle the case and insisted on arbitration. The cause of Abby's injuries was finally revealed.
Rebecca was experiencing hyperstimulation throughout the labor as a result of this drug, the Cytotec that they had given her.
Cytotec's normal approved use is to treat gastric reflux disease. The FDA and the drug manufacturer had warned physicians not to use Cytotec to induce labor.
Doctors use Cytotec because it's cheap and it's very effective. It basically forces the cervix open whether it wants to open or not. It's extremely painful. It made the contractions extremely difficult. It leads to a condition called hyperstimulation. Your muscles clamp down and it stops the blood flow and the oxygen flow to the baby's brain.
Abby's official diagnosis is hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy. As a result of this case, the criteria doctors use to diagnose this condition has been broadened to include children such as Abby. When the arbitration was over, the judge awarded Abby a total of $70 million over her lifetime. At present, this is the largest medical malpractice arbitration award in U.S. history.
It has given Abby a chance at a life that she really had no chance for. She was going to be condemned to public welfare. The American people were going to have to take care of her. And now she's got the money to live. She's got a house that she'll live in all her life.
We were able to buy her a house, 40 acres. She will always have her house. It will always be hers. And there will always be people who love her who can take care of her.
On behalf of baby Abigail and the Blasco family, I want to sincerely thank CTLA for nominating their case for Case of the Year, and we appreciate it very much.
Thank you.